Hello, welcome back. So I'm going to go over a couple of tips that I think are important in the game itself. Some basic ones. No matter how big your base is, I think this is important as you grow your base. That way you're maintaining the largest footprint you can. That's as soon as you get the larger tiles, you're able to overstep the bounds with them. It's very important because it lets you put the larger weapons further out, increases your capacity on your storage, your batteries, everything. So it's a win-win, because you're gaining two more tiles basically by uh, adding this border like this around the edge. And this is overlapping the border by one square. You can see right there. See that the hazard marks there. So, but as long as you're partly in the field of play, you are capable of putting a weapon there. I think that's really the only thing you can put there. The smaller ones, see, I can't go past them. So the smaller weapons, like your single base turrets, like the Sea Whiz, they can go halfway out. See, that's mostly out. This is mostly in, so they can go on the edge. The key is to use your Hellfire. You can put them right up to the edge, and you get three on the front. Where normally, say I was doing right here, I'd only be able to get five. See that? And it's only red. Let me back up a little bit here. So if I was on my normal playing field, well, it'd be one tile out. Let's see. Hang on. I think it's still five. Yeah, because that would be you'd be off the grid right there. So you can only get five additional on there when you put. But this way you can get six. Gets you to 18 on the front if you do three levels. See that? That's my first tip of the day right there. Let's go backwards. The second one is going to deal with your your armor blocks. So these right here, my suggestion would be to overlap. So you're going to go three squares out because that's where you're up are. So you overlap them like this, and this. Oops, come on. So if I look at these, right, get rid of this. At 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Okay, so now let's add a wall to it. Add armor plating to the front. Now let's look at it again. Worth is still 4,000. Usually it increases. Right, these are 900, which normally they are, don't say 900, 700. So they've increased with the wall. Now let's add another layer to the dimension here. And these are at 1,000. Now if I look back, they're still at, so they're still at the other layer. So 1,000, these are at 1,200 now. The back hasn't increased at all. Now, if you're going to turn the corner right here, and go, let's see, around. So I've overlapped this one. 4,000, 4,000, still 4,000. Interesting. The game, give it and take it. Where are the armor blocks at? Oh, I don't have it lined up. Let's move these out. Oh, I still don't have it lined up. There's the problem. Okay, I see it now. So we start here, go across to there. I may have to do a couple of these to get this to show what I'm trying to explain to you. 4,000, still 4,000. Let's add the armor blocking. And things start changing now. So I'm going to go ahead and close this in. So see it. Okay. Wow. So these tiles are 2,500 on the bottom now. See how they've increased. I think it might be when I go to the next level. So let's add in storage just to be. I'm trying to show you how multiplying the levels increases the strength of the base. Still, so let's add a roof to it. You know, I wasn't trying to give tips right now. Just, you know, still at just 4,000. Interesting. That is the weirdest thing ever. But we are seeing the increases. I think if you've watched some of my videos before, you may see them as well, but I guess today the game's just not going to show them to me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're at 1,400 on some things. So the wall on the outside is going up 1,000, 1,400, and this wall is still at 4,000. Mm-hmm. And maybe with layers, right? Like I'm an onion. So I'm going to try this one more section here, and then I'm going to call this hint done. All right, there it is, 6,400. You see that? 6,200, 6,400. As you start to go up. Now, the walls on the bottom are 11. Inside walls are 2,300. Go to F. See what this wall is, 4,000, 4,900, 6,700, 5,800. So it's as you layer these on, the strength of the wall increases. So that's 7,100, 6,400, 6,200. Now let's see if I add this to it. See where we're at on these walls first. 2,900. We were, now we're down 3,400 on bottom. So as you strengthen the wall, 7,100, 6,200. Let's go down to the bottom. 8,200, 6,200. So 8,200 is looking really good. So as you bring this up, let's take this back. And I guess it's going to be the complete system, basically. And you probably don't have to overlay these as much as I'm doing. I'm just trying to show how it develops. Okay. So these are 6,400, 7,100, 71, 71. If I go to the bottom level, 67, 58, 69, 71, 82. Yeah, so it's gonna, now let's go back up top. Let's add the walls in. So we're looking at 71, 71, 64, 3,100 on that. The bottom one is 3,400. The outside barrier is 35, or 1,000, excuse me. That's 1,000. The bottom is 1,000 steel. The other wall itself on the bottom, 7,300. So the top wall is 7,100, 7,100. So it's go, you know, as you build this layer up. Let me do these two. The wall starts to strengthen. 71, 64. See, because I'm near the edge. See that 71, 71 goes down to 64. So if once you close it in completely, so it's key that you're leveling, you're layering everything. So you have this wall, then you have the. Now what I'm going to do is say you just do this right here. Let's make a wall that goes all around. I want to do that one. Well, I guess I could do it the same way as the other side. I use the internal walls like this. So we're just making a battery bank, right? No cover, it's 1,000. Even the bases are 1,000 over here. We're at 2,900. You know what I'm saying? So look at that versus this defense over here. You're going to get wiped out over here. If I just stick batteries and storage in, let's see what it changes on that. Granted, I don't have the same height I have over there. See where we're at. We're at 1,100 on the base. So let's go ahead and put batteries in. See if that, okay, I put oh, the armor blocking doesn't work. Okay. Oh, that's where we're at over there too, so. And this is important probably on your ground level, maybe your second level. After that, the thick armor blocking, the advanced blocking right here, it's probably not needed. 1,100, bottom tile's 1,100. Let's go ahead and put a ladder on it to get to the same point as the other one. That way we're somewhat similar. You know, I mean, we're obviously got layers of armor over here versus what we have over there. Floor tiles. So this is 1,100 steel. The interior wall is 2,500 here. Let's do one more wall. We're going to do the half around. Okay, so 1,300, 2,500. Plus the 1,000 on the front, that's a $3,500 wall plus the wall. See, this is at 2,000 up here. Huh. Okay, 3,400. You know, so as you get thicker in 1,000, 3,400, and then this wall here is 6,400, so that's over 10,000 going through that wall. This one here, 900, 1,300, 1,300. So I mean, to get through this, and you're losing a little bit of storage. So if I wanted to put in batteries on the inside of the whole grid, that's what I would do right there. Do that. This is going to keep them guys at bay while these guns are getting reloaded and killing the taking out the scorpions that are raiding you. Your key target in any in-boss game is the scorpions. They're going to overrun you. The big bosses, there's going to be about 15 of those. There's going to be about 500 scorpions. You see what I'm saying? So the difference, I mean, I'm a little exaggerating. Let's say there's 100 versus 20. Well, you can kill those 100, and those 20 will go. So you never, ever stop focusing on the scorpions. Those are got to be key. Now, you don't prioritize them, but you don't bring them down. You keep them at the same level as everybody else. The guns will then decide what's important. And if you're getting overrun, then the scorpions are important. The tanks shooting at the base, that's important. Okay, so we've done the extra grids on the side, then showing you how the armor changes everything. We're going to do right here on this one. I'm going to show you how to use the platform, the large platform. And this is important because you can do several different things with the platform. The main thing is going to be extending out over large areas where you have weapons underneath. Obviously, we're going to assume there's weapons underneath. There's an ammo loader in right in the vicinity, you know, and you're trying to get past that layer to get that next layer up. So if I put a top on this, I'm going to put this on like this, and then this on the side. I got it too close up somewhat, but it's okay. Come up, nope. So go here, go across to there, here, and go back. So that's what the large platforms are primary use for right there, is to build out on the ledge. Now, let's go back a little bit. I'll go Control Z. We'll take those off. And now we're going to do some of the other issues you can get with these is, and you can use both this style and this style to make this. This one seems to be more structurally sound than this one, but that just means you need to put more on. So we're going to go this way. Nope, not there. And you can, I wouldn't, you gotta wait till it's in the right spot. There it is. Now we come down across, we stick one on the end. Now, if you don't do 3, you're gonna stick a door in there. But if you do a whole row across the front, for instance, let's go ahead and stick this in. And you do have to stick a ladder in. Okay, it's gonna transfer the power to the upper level. Now this is just a snapshot. You're gonna have to test it out for yourself. How much you can span, what you can do. If you're looking for the slant in the game to get the angle, you can put just a platform on it. Let me show you that. So, and you're probably not going to have the support that you need. Okay, here it is. So, see how it's not supportive in the front. So let's go back and let's do the large pads. See if they're supported in the front. And they are. So that's going to work. But if you do too big of an area, I can do this area too, that's going to work. So you can get your, now you don't have to use the platform if you don't want to, but I think it looks better, but if you use the platform. So you can put your Hellfire up here. Excuse me. And then you can put your ammo loader up here. Now the only problem with the ammo loader is you're not going to be able to, unless it's going to do it for this one time, is put a, let's see if this works. Oh, see there. It's not going to let me do that for some reason. I've tried with the platforms on there without the platforms. So now you can have this ammo loader fed by a advanced ammo and then that way you're feeding the Hellfire, and you have so you can put it at an angle. So if you want to do some other nice cannons beside it, lock them in place where they're just shooting forward, stack them up. You know, and maybe have one ammo loader popping up through the hole here. You know, or you can conveyor up. You know, you could do the old ramps and stuff like that. So let me take this off, and this, and this, and this. Now, for a more supportive method, we're going to do the large platform, large support platform. And you just click them and you go like that. And I take out the middle one. It's easier just to draw it across, you know what I'm saying? Now, you might go 2 squares and it's going to stay stable. The thing is, you're going to get further down. So we're going to go with the small ones, and then we're going to go. Now, it thinks we're out of bounds, so I probably need to back up one. That's what I should have done. But I'll show you on the top how you can go higher up. I guess you could lean out over the front and push it back instead of push it forward, you know. Oh, come on. There we go. So we're going to try and go with the small set right here. And we'll go ahead and put one on the end and come down. And then that way, now it's not going to be supported, but see there, that's where you run into your problem. So when it starts, so you really need one over there. So I'm going to leave this one off for now. Let's put the big ones on. So we have support going all the way. So that if you were to put it all the way across, back it up 1 square, go to the 4th square back, you'd able to put these on the very bottom, put 3 rows of these on here. Then you can put any large, so you can put this on there. Not a bad angle, see? And then you just feed it with a Supreme Ammo Loader at a higher level, as long as you're able to get it into the position. So you say you come up 3 stories, put your Supreme Ammo Loader, or you put in an ammo loader here and you feed it with a conveyor. See what I'm saying? Now you're not going to be able to put on this slant, I guess. You can put one object, or you can put but if you put another wall up there, it's going to say, no, it's not going to support it. Don't know why. Kind of weird. But that's how you do the angle. If you want a steeper angle, then you're going to do these back here. This is a less of an angle. And that's different ways you can use the platform. Either straight out, angled, or angled up in the back. Now you also can create islands and with the staircase. So if I put one door down and then I put in this, it's basically the staircase to nowhere. The funny thing is you have to have a door. Kind of weird. So put in the ladder and go ahead and put your door in. All right, now we're going to come up at the floor. Put another wall in. And usually what I use this for is, say I'm trying to bridge an area where I'm too far with the platform. So I can do, say you're building a mech bay, and you want to get good coverage without, and you have a wide open space concept basically going. There you go. So then I would be able to, now this is not going to have a ladder in it, obviously, so we be connecting to another main grid is what I usually do. Now, if you were going to put a ladder in, you could still put the door in like this. And then the ladder should not give me any troubles. I say should. Okay, there we go. Now we take this, go out. Now you can see we're going to run into these issues off to the side. So I fix it near the border. It's like this. So that works. Now, say this was the other side of the platform, I would just run larger grid across it. Now, if it's in the middle, then you're just going to find support in another structure. Now, if I were to stick little ones out here, half these would not be functional. Let me show you that. And that's where the larger grids come into play really good. So I can't go past the grid. So you see there, one here's no good, that one's no good. If I come out even further, they're almost all of them are no good. Where if I go backwards, I come in with the large grid, I go all the way out, only one of them's not good. You see that? So with that one platform, look how wide open that is. I can do a lot of stuff in here. Now I can't stick mechs in there, but that's one platform. But even if I just take that out and that out to make it look the same, but I could go further forward as well. So let's go ahead and take that out. And then just come across the whole thing right here. I think I can get two more, which I think they may intersect. Oh, they don't. Look at that. See, I'm able to come under the floor. But I've done this with that much open space. You see how that looks? That looks pretty good. Now you could develop weapons in here. You could put in ammo loaders. I don't recommend keeping it this wide open, but you know, if you're starting out and you need the platform, that's 4 of those large support platforms, two staircases and a floor, and you're on an island right there. You can put another one over there and do the same thing. Bring them together in the middle. Should be okay. Now you could just protect that core too right there on this whole entire thing by then going backwards and doing stuff like this and just roping it off basically. So they have to go through this. They're not going to walk upstairs, which is funny. They're going to go in. They're going to try and destroy your base. So they're not going to. They're going to take the stairs out. That's their goal too. But we're also protecting a staircase here, so they're going to have to make it through this, and then you're just going to have no defenses basically, and you know that's how you're going to lose the battle. Yeah, because if you have 800 seconds, you can beat the timer. You know, basically that's all it is to it. There we go. So let's see. Let's look at the value of this one. It's 4,800. So it's going up because I've enclosed it. See that 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. Since these are 4,000. So they're still not. I don't see why this is better. I don't know. Maybe I can put one more in here. That might change everything. 4,000. The game just doesn't like me today. But I did have one change. So there's you're protecting that. You could probably put in some flamethrowers on top here, put in some other devices, you know, if you want to keep it that way. Okay, let's see another thing. So when dealing with the super generators, they won't let you put them. You'll have a back to them basically. Now you can do poles. It takes up too much space. You end up losing anyway. So we're gonna do these right here. And so I'm going to go backwards and forwards, and then everything in between is going to end up being storage, or because I can't put batteries on the back, it's going to have to be storages. So just optimizing the space that you have is most important. The game how it moves stuff around you. So I'm going to be able to do this. Oops. There. Let me say there 5 more times. Now I'm going to have to just put storage in between these. It's just part of how it's got to be done. Now, if you use pillars, you're not getting storage. Okay, put this in crooked. There we go. Come on. So that's the difference between using pillars and not using pillars. I used to get like 40,000 core power, thinking that matters. Just get to 10,000. Don't worry about it. Maybe you do 15,000. Your main goal on everything is the more of these you put down, the more Xenium weapons you can put down, the more you can destroy. So I'm at 85,000 storage. Only use 1,000. I have no weapons on there basically. So that's the key. But this is optimizing the areas best I can. So, and then this is my bottom floor usually. Next floor up, if I hit 10,000 on this, which is going to be easy to do, you probably hit about 20,000 on the bottom floor, but you also hit about 200,000 on storage on the bottom floor. And if you're doing the this is 800 to get through, this is 500 to get through. Now, if I start adding layers to that, like just say, let's just do armored walls for now. I don't want to get too far into it. So we have 1,300, 1,500 with storage. See that? Still not great. Now, if we go, let's go the final step. So if you're just going to do this without the big arm, with the advanced armor blocks, you're not going to use these right here. Come on. The advanced armor walls. Still going to get you to 1,000, 1,600, 1,800, 1,000. So they're still having to go through that. So that's going to make a difference. This is your best concept for the whole entire base around the perimeter. I start at the third square, and this gives you enough room to put a Hellfire in front. Like this. There we go. And then I'd normally, on the second floor, I'd have the ammo load, the Supreme ammo loader up there. These walls wouldn't be here, at least where the ammo loader is. You'd kind of make a plus sign out of it, which each corner would have a Supreme ammo loader. And then maybe in the middle would have an advanced ammo loader. And then I would separate that off. So that's another thing. We're going to look at the advanced ammo loader. I'm going to show you. So if I put this up front, and I'm feeding the front weapons, right? They're getting fed. But if I attach to that an advanced ammo loader, this thing is going to be boss hog. If you need ammo back here, it's going to take every bit of that ammo it can and put it in there. So this will be empty and this won't be in use. It'll be shotgun full, and occasionally you'll need ammo back here on the back of the base. So the way you really need to do it, this is not the best way. So it's going to have to be, you want to put this one forward, and then you want to put the Supreme loader in the back. Because then it's feeding, so this one's going to be empty. This will be full up front. So that's key. As long as this has ammo, your front guns are still shooting. But if this way set up, it's going to feed this, prioritize this and feed to the back. It'll be full, but your front guns won't be firing because this thing might empty out. But it's going to make sure this is full. So you create another piece of ammo, it sticks it in here because you got 11 in there, and you're still getting overrun. So this is what you want to do if you're going to have this kind of configuration where this is feeding your ammo. It needs to be towards the front, towards the side. You don't want to be feeding back to one of these, because if the back of the base isn't getting hit, but you got a full ammo loader back there, then you're going to get, that's 12,000 rounds. That could be the difference between finishing the game and not finishing the game, So this is key. This is the wrong way. This is the right way, because you're pushing forward. And that goes for the smaller ones too. You don't want to feed this to the back of the base like this. You want to feed it to the front. So I can put in all that right there. And these are taking 6, 6, and 12. So 24 rounds are coming forward, or 24 rounds are going backwards. And these are going to be full, and they're going to sit back there and go, oh, yeah, we don't need any more. We don't need any more, but you're not going to get them back up here. But this is your optimal method for pushing to the front of the base, pushing to the danger. You know what I'm saying? So now you don't have to use, you can just use advanced, or you could use these little ones, and that's it. Each one of them are going to call for just 6. It might be a better configuration because you're not having to put 12 into this one first. 6, 6, 6 all the way around. Because we're going to go to 5 or 6 sixes and whatever it is. This is going to be a better configuration. And that's primary on the ammo loaders. So these are not producing rounds in this situation. This is the only thing that's taking up the rounds. So if you put 2 of these together in the middle with round producers on each side of them, that means this one's going to take ammo and this one's going to take ammo. It's going to send it over to where it needs to, and you preferably to the front of the base, not to the back. So if you set these up on the back and feed them forward, then that's probably the best way to do it. If you're going to feed any of this. Now, if you're not going to feed these and you're just going to feed weapons, then these can sit right there on the front, right there on the corners, and feed the weapons. But if you decide to use these, you're going to have to push these to the front. They prioritize over this. So this is your best bet. This is not your best bet. This is going to leave 18 rounds, 24 rounds back here sitting. This is going to be empty, and you're going to be out of ammo on the front of the base. You're going to get overrun. So that's the ammo loaders in a nutshell. Now, obviously, if you just go with the Supreme loader, it's not going to, you don't see it loading each other. So they're not going to try and compete. They're just going to pick up the ammo and send it out to the weapons that are attached to it. The same way with this one. These right here are going to try and suck this one dry. Same with these. If these are in the back of your base, no good. Front of your base, it's all going to get pushed to them. It's really one of the best options to set up with these on the front. Then you're just pushing straight to them. You know what I'm saying? And they're calling for the round they need. You know, if you can just do a Supreme ammo loader without those on there, then one on each corner, that's all you need. So let's move on to, I probably need to clear the platform. Let's get rid of the ammo loaders. I'm going to show you another trick on the ammo loaders. And so you have a big ammo loader, Supreme, right here. And you're building your wall where this is protected completely. So I'm going to put in a wall. We're going to assume there's auto loaders beside it. So I got this. Okay, and then I'm going to be Mr. Brilliant here. I'm going to use the ramp right here. I'm going to put another one on top. Another one on top. Then I'm going to poke out the wall a small ammo loader. That way, as you can see, it's getting fed by that, but it's sticking out the wall. So if I have one gun sitting here, let's do this. So I have another gun sitting over here. It's going to feed both of them. See the green lines on both of them are connected to it. So that's one way you can set the ammo loader up. It's bringing this up into threes and coming out this side. It's getting fed. I guess you could go, let's see, back to back with them, right? All right. And we'll put another ammo loader on the other side. Put it on top. So let's bring this one up to the top. Oh, there you go. So now, if I have a wall and I got these back to back here fighting, let me put in some more squares real quick so I can make this. And so say I'm out on a angled pier, like I mean on the front here. Well, this right here is going to work. Bring your ammo up here. Let me see if that'll work with the ramps. That's something I haven't tried. So there. Oh yeah. So and that could be a backstop. But you can also show you one other thing. Flat part. You can stick this up there on top. You know, let's go there. Boom. Oh, oh, boom. Now obviously there's no support. I don't have enough support. But you can see you can do this on a flatter level. Let me show you. So let's try and stick that ammo loader up here first. That was our main goal to do. Okay, it's now giving me a red sign. So I could have a hole in the floor here. The Supreme ammo load feeding right through. Boom. Pushing over. Now I don't think this will feed that. So it's going to have to be, yeah, I don't think this will feed it. Yeah, well, there, it did it for a second. I need to probably have a better setup. Okay, let me get rid of that. So we'll move it over and see if just setting it up on the side here is going to make it work. Right. Up there. Okay, that's not going to be supported, obviously. Let's go back. See why it's not. So right there it is. So I'm not close enough. Let me see if I can. I may just have to do the. So I just don't have big enough areas. My problem. I'm going to go ahead and set this right there for now to show you that, and see if I can back it up. Nope. Let's go one back again. And then you just want to make this grid bigger is all you're trying to do. Okay, so there you see it. It's connected right there. So if I had an ammo loader below this, then an opening in the floor, it would feed this ammo loader, feeding that. Okay. Another one. So standing your ammo. Now this right here can work in two different ways. Let me clear out some stuff real quick here. Let's go down to the right level here. Deleting stuff up there. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to do this then. Because then I can just. There we go. Let's go ahead and delete the invalid. Get rid of that. And I can put the floor back. So the thing I was going to show you on the ramps is one more with the creating the angles. Say I'm on the outside of the base, I probably don't want to do this on the bottom floor. You know, we're trying to be exposed, but say this is up higher. So we do that. Then this. Come on, rotate. There we go. Sometimes you have to take it off, get it in the position it needs to be, and then push it from there. Okay. So right now we have support everywhere. Still have support. Now, I can poke a gun through the bay right here. But here's the other thing too you can do. So there you go. So there's your weapons. Now they're going to point out. So say I'm poking a hole through here with an ammo loader, and they're feeding these three here. I can then turn around also and put in. Okay, there we go. Speed whiz across the bottom. These are going to point up basically. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Invalid. See if I can put them up a little higher. Yeah, still invalid. I don't know why it's letting us do these, but you see the difference. Now I could come through here on the bottom. Oh, and just stand them up properly. That's a brilliant one too. There you go. These are going to rotate out. These are going to spray out. Let's see, can I move these forward any and I still have them? Yeah, I do. There you go. Now I think you'll have to come up, build another floor, then redo this half shell as you go up. Now you can do the half shell and just come out at an angle right here as well. Let's see what we can do on that. Right there. Oh yeah, it's gonna let me hold it up. They're gonna let me do it. Okay, back it up a little. There we go. So I'm still red. I'm still good on everything. So down the wall I go. So you can see that every other one looks like it's going to be off on you. Let's go with the Hellfire and see if we can get a Hellfire on here as well. We only get one because of the height. Let's get a Xenium weapon on there. Hey, how about this? Put this on there. Yeah, so it's showing good. So I was just overlapping what it was. There you go. Those are different things you can do with the. I don't know if I don't think you can stick them on bottom. Let me see if I can stick them on bottom here. Nope, it goes on top. Let's go one more. We have one more shell there that we can do. Don't have them right. There we go. Bring it up. Okay, so we still, off of 1 footer, we have everything we need. Let's see if I can put a cruiser cannon in there. Just to, oh yeah, look at that. There you go. So there's some different things you can do. One thing you can't do is multiple planes. I can't put a auto loader in there, and I can put an auto loader in there, but I can't put a ammo producer on a wall. It just won't let me do it. I don't understand why. But if you're able to put in an ammo producer here, here, and here, one behind it feeding out, I mean, there's your options right there. Look at that. So I mean, it's something you can look at doing. I don't know how feasible it is. I've not tried it in battle, you know. Let's see. There's also one other thing you can do too. So let's take this one off here and right there. I think that one's good. Let's go with the Vanguard, and you're gonna stick it on here. There you go. Now you may get stuck in here too, so There you go. Boom. Now this is something I put on the outside. If I put it out here, this would be on the top of the ship if I was going to do it. You have, that way you just drop down and, you know, so it's another building option right there. Without using anything but just the ramps. That's all it is. Ramps and large tiles. I think if you use the small tiles, it's gonna give you more trouble going as you go through it. Now this would be good on the top. I guess you could put you could take this and put it underneath. I go with some hellfire on top. See if I can get two. I can't get two. So on the inside we'll do a Xenium weapon. Maybe further down do a Xenium weapon. Maybe another hellfire towards the back. You know. I guess I could put a loader right here in the middle, and then another small loader on top. Have it feed that, and this, you know. So let's put in a small loader. Where did you go? Come on. Oh. There we go. So there's one in. So I'm obviously not feeding anything. Okay. Now F. So we're feeding all three of those, all four of those. That one. Then if I have a large ammo loader, say right in here, pushing through that bay and pushing through to the bottom bay, you know, depends on if I can get a visual on every one of them. So same thing with this one. Put the ammo loader right in there. Obviously, you probably want to move these to the back, move everything forward. And if you put an ammo loader on bottom and you have a hole punched going up, you know, you can see all these ammo loaders, you know. Let's see if it'll let me do multiple. So let's see if we got a red on that. No. So literally I could stand the ammo loader right there. Continue everything up. So there's some stuff you can do on the ramps. I'd like to see what people do. I don't know if it's feasible. These I think are feasible because I could have multiple openings where this goes there, out the side, out the other side, and out the back, and then it feeds four corners weapons basically. Those are just some different functions that you could do with different items. Develop a base. I think I could spend an hour trying to get these configured where there's holes through every one of them, and I'm feeding ammo through 3 different ones. If I can just get them to see each other, then we're good. You know, it might be better to poke a hole, poke this one through the ceiling, poke one up through the ceiling to that one, so forth, and then feed them from one end or something. But then again, don't make them as long either, 2 squares wide. Just put your weapons on there and go for it. You know, I wonder if I can put in storage. Yep, it's gonna let me put in storage too. So I could build up a storage case, you know, area as well. So it's not losing too much, you know what I'm saying? See if I can put storage up here. Yep. Let's see how many times I can layer it. Yep. So no warning on the second one. Let's see if I can get into this one. Okay, come on. It doesn't like me today. Yep. Still no warning. There you go. Now, if you lose one of these ramps, you lose all this storage, and then your base goes down. You're not able to produce. So that's 6 right there. There you go. So I guess you could wedge that all in there at an angle, go from 2 to 3 to 4 all the way up to there. And so you're still utilizing the area for storage, you know, and go, that'd be neat. Be neat if you could put, I guess you could do batteries the same way. I wonder if you could lay them on this floor. Let's see. Nope. Has to be on a wall. Let's try a wall and see what I'm dealing with. So no warning. I've got a warning on the bottom by a collision or anything. Go ahead and take it off. Now let's go to the batteries. See what it's gonna let me do. Oh, it's gonna let me do it. There you go. And we can do storage underneath. We do have an invalid one, looks like. Yep. And that could just be, I don't have anything under here at all, you know what I'm saying? So that just could be me not putting enough now let's see if that was the issue. Nope. And that may not be connected either. No, I'm connected. So yeah, you can see where you're gonna have problems as you build it up. Somewhat like the when we put it in the C-Wiz, I had to break them into 2. I couldn't go all the way across with them. Okay. But you are getting some storage on there. It's gonna be difficult to make a substantial base, but these could work on the top, maybe at more of this angle. This could work above some guns. You know, you could have it V in right here. You have your other ones coming up and having. So I wonder how far you could go above the final platform and see if that works. I think I've covered enough of different things you can do. It's all about that getting rid of the invalid connections. And so it's, you just have to work around it. I mean, look how big this is, and I got four platforms underneath it, basically, just that right there. You know, 1, 2, 4 of these, and then a little 2x4 box. You know, it's covering that big of an area. And I think you can do the large ones. Let's see real quick. Not the advanced, obviously, but I'm going to see if I can do the not the Supreme, but see if I can do the advanced. There we go. And lay them on the sides. I think we did it up there on that one over there. Okay, advanced auto loader. Okay, you have to turn it before you stick it up there. It's not gonna be friendly. There you go. And it's even, I bet if I go, I can take this off right here. Oops. Let's go Control Z, back. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, no, get rid of that one. Slow down. Okay, so we only have 2 of them. You have to hit it right is all. Okay, so it's loading right there. So if I were to have like 4 of these, let's see what it looks like real quick. And we're just gonna go 2. Oh, come on. There it is. And because the reason why is, you know, that's the highest of the wall. You have to make it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and spin it first. And sometimes the best angle is not the direct approach. But that's getting loaded as well. So there you go. I guess you could skirt these out a little bit further. So we gotta put in, there we go. Those are all getting fed. I could feed these some over here as well. But I would have this closed in right here. Mm-hmm. And it shouldn't feed these over here at all, but it is for some reason. I'm not hitting it. So if I go with a narrower approach, put 2 ammo loaders leaning out here like that, it should lose that connection. There you go. Obviously 2 is not what we want to feed. You know what I'm saying? We could feed a much more now, but we wouldn't put them this close together. But I can also feed it up a level. You know, I'd have to put in some walls. I probably have to use the advanced peering. So let's see if I was using something like this and create it up here, and then go back up. Obviously, I'd need a ladder or somewhere that was transporting the power up. So it's getting me invalid. So it's because I'm building on this. So if I was in a more supported area, you can see where I can. I know this is not supported there, but I'm going to go ahead and put it into C. You know, and go, well, I don't have any more. So let's put in some twin turns. So we're picking up that one, we're picking up everything. These are picking up off that because it goes above it somewhat. Look at that. Oh, I can go underneath it. Interesting. Yep. So it's getting every one of them now. If I put another layer up here, and I could have them step back a little bit, and that thing would feed all 6 of them on top as well. Okay. Just some different configurations that you want to look at when you're building your base. Different things you can do. This is really interesting right here. I don't know if it's feasible, but I mean, I think it would work. This would work on the top for sure, because then you just drop straight down, boom, you're out. You know, because it will just swing down and drop you on the ground. I'm curious what somebody could build off this. I'd like to see other people's designs, theories on different things. I'm typically a square and straight up, you know, platforms. But if you don't have a lot of supplies and you're looking to get that, you know, say you only have 2 or 3 advanced loaders, you know, and you want to, you know, get 12 cannons on one loader, then you can do that. And I could build a internal platform, excuse me, that feeds all of these right here. Just puts a conveyor and goes straight into them. You know, I don't think I can put a conveyor on the back of this. Let me see what I can do. Nope. But I can feed it straight up. So if I had another floor up here on top, I could feed it off and drop it straight onto it. You know, if I had just a area to put like 9 of these in, you know, and I don't have a Supreme loader yet, I could circulate ammo right across the top of these by putting in another platform and just overlapping till the edge of these things hit. You know what I'm saying? So something like this right here coming over, you know, and just, you know, maybe a half block, but then I can get the conveyor there as long as these lights see it. You see that? We don't want to do that though. I guess you could put that in at the angle and then drop it off onto that, you know. But you really want to just pass through the light so the thing picks it up. So there you go. But your best bet is to feed it with something else. Now, obviously, you can see the advanced ammo loaders do not feed the smaller ones, or then they don't feed the Supreme loader. So they're going to prioritize better with this method because each one of these, I need ammo. This one over here doesn't. They're full. Well, this one's going to take all the ammo this thing's making. So that's where you want to. This is probably a good method to use where you surround this with smaller advanced, or even the smaller ones, the basics, because then you're putting 6 in one spot. So you're not storing 12. You're not storing 72 in one area. You're storing 6. So if they're not using anything, well, okay, you're not calling for it. I need it over here, and then it'll help out better. In that case, you just bypass the Supreme ammo loader altogether, and you put in a conveyor system and drop in, say, 20 ammo loaders. I think that's all I'm going to do. Hopefully you've learned something from this. Just some tips and tricks on how blocks work, how you can use different ones, and how the ammo loader can be manipulated onto several different planes. So, and then how you layer the armor to make it best fit you. All right, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Be out there playing.